Welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 170 of The Coin Vault Has Opened. We're going to be looking through an old canvas bag. I call it the big bag. We haven't done this in a while, so this is more of kind of like a flashback episode here. I also got a roll. I did a big order of coins from someone, and they just sent me a tubed roll that's sealed up, says 50 through 58. And so I thought it would be fun to look through coins I've never looked through. The coins in the bag were coins that I kind of put in little baggies like this like 15-20 years ago, and they've just sat in a bag. And so I've got two bags here. I'm going to take them out of one, go through them with you guys. Most of these should be better coins. Or there should have been something that I thought was special about them, like maybe there's an RPM or something that doubled. However, since I started doing this show and going through these, you will see cleaned coins, you will see damaged coins, problems coins. I didn't know, what, looked cool to me 15-20 years ago. Now it's a whole different world. But the happy thing is we do find some nice coins mixed in with it. These were kind of coins that I pulled out. I used to sell solid date rolls, and so these were better than average coins that I got in circulated rolls. While putting together solid date rolls, I'd get just 5,000 count bags of wheat pennies and stuff. But some of them are just plain terrible, so laugh if you want. Welcome, oops, sorry X, hello, welcome to the stream. So I know we've been doing mint cellos here forever. I just thought it would be fun to do something else. So I've got a couple. I just grabbed a handful trying to find one that looked decent enough to take a photo of. Some of these are going to be hilarious. But I figured maybe we can do some canvas bag. If we're not finding anything, we can open up this roll. The thing I like about these being in the bags is that I'm not afraid of damaging any of the coins. So I'll move this a little bit closer to me. And I don't know if, I guess I used to use this thing here. Let me turn on the light too. We won't quite get the full color, but let me see if I can focus it. I just found it handy. So this is the one we started with on the photo here. I believe it's just a partially filled die here, and nothing really special. I feel like for the most part, better RPMs we can kind of spot with our own eye here. And just if anybody ever sees anything, shout out, and if I see something I will zoom in and we'll take a better look. But we should run into a lot of fun things. I've got the other bag here, so I'll just kind of toss them in here and see if this works here. I'll use this. We'll probably see a lot of Liberty errors. We'll probably see a lot of lamination errors, and probably some double dies. I'm guessing I put this one away. It's kind of hard to see it here on the... I'll just try holding these. Just I've been drinking water here for a little bit, so the coffee probably won't be that bad. Maybe the other way was better, but it keeps it stationary. Just with these bags. It's been a while. I used to have this down. Let's try the back, maybe the other side of this. Not really. How did we do this? It's hilarious. It's like it's my first time. Maybe it's the angle of my main light. Okay, that's a little bit better. We're not getting totally bleached out. And so a lot of these coins have been cleaned, or a lot of them were circulated, but when you're looking through 5,000 count bags of circulated coins, there are definitely ones that look better. So there's a lot of coins like this one where there is mint luster on it. where when you're looking through circulated, these were coins that I thought, wow, this is a lot better. Looks like this one's got a little bit of toning on it, but nothing crazy. I feel like I gotta be able to, it's like I don't need that main light, but at the same time it seems like I'm needing it. I feel like we only need the main light when we're actually zooming in up close. And I think I want to zoom in on the mint mark on this one. But I did get some more proof mint cellos as well, and so we can get to those possibly this weekend. We still have more in this box. I don't know what's different here, but definitely having a harder time getting a focus without a glare. Maybe we always had a glare and I just wasn't aware. Alright, so we'll zoom in here. I'm not seeing anything. Maybe we'll just go out if we see anything interesting. So we've got a 1911, it looks like. So better date here, but very, very worn. Probably some damage on it here somewhere. How are you doing, Oops, REX? I gotta be careful here too. I totally have a bag of, or I have a bag with a cup of water right above it, which is a total no-no. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's like a little knock inside the O there. I got a new double die today. I was thinking I could yeah, this one here. Oh wait, no, this is the small over large date. This isn't the double die. But hopefully we'll find something like that. This is the one I was wanting to pull out here, the 1972 double die. What is that? 109, 109, and 033.59. But I just got this one today, and if you guys haven't seen this one's kind of cool. I mean, I feel like I see some notches and stuff. I believe the main part of the double die on this is the little mark, the little doubled part of the 2 right above the tail. I believe that's what this one is about, because I've looked over the rest of it, and it just doesn't look super doubled. I feel like some of the area up here in the motto, if we can find it, I'm lost. I feel like the N looks a little bit doubled there. It almost looks like there's a notch on the D, but it might just be a little bit of damage. And the E, it looks like the E has doubling on the bottom and in the middle. But it's just interesting to me. Other than the tail and the 2, I feel like that is part of the left leg of the R looks thick. But this one, other than that right there, it does not seem like an easy one to catch, but it seems like it must be rare because I spent a lot of money on it. I wonder if I just try doing it how I normally do my coins. Yeah, that actually looks a little bit better. So I believe this one was supposed to be a 1914, And then there looked like there was like some sort of chatter. Or maybe if I turn the light back on, it'll bleach it out. But it just kind of almost looked like there was a D there. I'm guessing this might even be a 1944 now that I look at it. But it's like you can kind of almost see a D underneath. But if you look at where the 1 is, there looks like there's a lot of space in between the 1, the 9 and the 1, which is generally, I mean, I don't think I had a microscope when I first had this here. And, you know, up close here, I don't really feel like I'm seeing a D, and you see like a bunch of environmental damage. Let's see if we can go closer. Yeah, to me it almost looks like it's been, like if that was a 1, that it's just been scraped, but why someone would scrape it if there's not even a D there? It's like there is a shape there, but I don't think it's a D. And it's like almost like that's not a 1. So I think a lot of coins just ended up in here because I did not know what they were. This one almost looks like it's got a, I don't believe it is, maybe it's the Mancello. Yeah, it was the Mancello. It almost looked like there was a bump on it, or like a raised area. And so I think I put this, it looks like it has glue on it. This one looks like it was in there because the glue was covering where it wasn't getting circulated on, and so it showed BU. And so a lot of these coins I just didn't know what they were worth because they were circulated, they had damage, but then they still had mint luster. And boy do I know a lot more now. You know, it's like this one here, it's got fingerprints, it's got a big black spot on it, but it technically is a problem BU coin. I mean, what is this, like an MS61, MS62? Perhaps it could be called environmental damage. But so I have like thousands and thousands of coins like this, and it's kind of like, well, what is it? And I think this one's probably a good example of a cleaned coin. And so, you know, when you look at it like this, I think it's like kind of looks like it's BU, you know, it's got some shine to it. And I was not able to identify a cleaned coin from a non-cleaned coin. And so it's you know, a pretty good example, I think, of a coin that has been cleaned. You can just see like thousands and thousands and thousands of little tiny marks where the coin has been cleaned in the fields. And then where they couldn't clean, you know, you can still see all the dark material. So there should be some good coins in here. I just pulled out a handful. These are all going to kind of come out random. It looks like a 1918 P. I don't think that there's a mint mark. I probably saved it because I wanted to see if there was a mint mark in here. And it does not look like there was one. It's not really going to make it worth much more money. Here we have 1940S. It appears to be cleaned, and it appears to have a big green thing on it. And so if you're roll hunting and you're trying to pull out better coins, I think I'm showing you a lot of examples of ones. Just leave them in the roll unless there's some sort of error on it. You know, you're gonna have to find someone that really wants that penny. You know, 1946p, it's a better year. MS66, I think, is like 60 bucks, but they've been selling for like $100 lately. With the craze, it might even they might start going for more. I've seen huge PCGS is finally kind of catching up with this craze. Like my PCGS collection just like skyrocketed in value. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, tons of price increases like all across the board, like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. So if this, doesn't have anything that makes it not, I don't think it's been cleaned. It's kind of circulated and dirty. It hasn't been taken care of. And by the time it's like MS 60 to 62, it's really not worth much money at all. It's in the $1 to $2 range. And that's what makes coins generally, and for wheat years in the 40s and 50s, they really have to be MS 65, MS 66. 66 is when they start to have more value than the slab or actually be worth some money. MS 65, you're pretty much just paying to put a holder on your coin. I think maybe like 1935 is probably like the first MS 65 coin that can actually be worth a premium. I think MS 65 35S, I'm sorry, I think it's worth about $100 in Mint State 65. So this one has a filled 9 on it. It's more just die deterioration. The die will fill up, and it'll basically get little die chips in it, and then it'll fall out, and the 9 will look like a 9 again, and then it'll build up, and this is what you get. Alright, so I'll grab some more, and hopefully we'll get a better pull this time. So it looks like a 1958 P. Looks like possibly a planchet defect, just like a tiny little piece that it looks like that it just wasn't an even planchet. It's possible that it is damaged to me. It doesn't look like there was any damage that happened to it. Just it wasn't an even planchet. Not spectacular. 58p and MS66, it's worth less than $30. And so this is obviously not a 66 or a 65. I feel like we can see a little bit of wear on Lincoln, so it's probably, even though there's a lot of luster, it's probably an AU coin. 1920p. A little scratch behind under the T in Liberty. Definitely not Mint State. I'm guessing there's some sort of damage. There's a couple lines across it. This coin may have been clean. It's got pretty even wear on it. It kind of looks like it's possibly cleaned. For me, it's a little bit hard with circulated coins because they're gonna have wear. They're gonna get cleaned in some way, not maliciously. And so I always have a hard time saying like, okay, has this coin been purposely, or is this just wear? Is this just how it happened in the world? But if that isn't cleaned, this isn't a high enough grade to get graded. There's not enough detail on it to be a high enough grade. I think a 1920p is still like only like $35-40 in low MS condition. So no money there. 1945p. And so the funny thing is, these were coins a long time ago I thought I was going to retire off of. I was like, even if each one only becomes worth like $1, and there's definitely dollar coins in here. There are ones that are more than $1. We pulled some awesome coins out of this bag. And then some of them are just, it's like it would be worth more money just spending it at the bank or putting it back in that circulated roll that I got it from. 1926p. Doesn't really look like it's worth grading here. It's gonna, it definitely, I would say it has damage if you look at all the tiny little scratches. Looks like it's been cleaned as well. some of these coins I'm definitely like, why? 1958D, cleaned. You can see the streaks, the lines just going across the coin. Well, that's no good. And the same with the reverse. Coins can have lines, they can have like die polishing, but I do not think that this is die polishing. I think it's been cleaned. Is this green or blue? So we've got a 1937p. I'm almost wanting to say it has like a blue around the rim, but once again, we've lost a lot of detail there, and it looks like it wants to look like it's really, really bright. So I'm gonna assume that this one has been cleaned. Yeah, for some reason it's wanting to show up blue when I look down on it, but I'm not seeing the blue. Yeah, I'd say this coin has been cleaned. Cleaned, cleaned, cleaned. $1953s. It's got good detail on it. I mean, I feel like it has uncirculated details, but I'm also a little bit wary like of all the lines that go across it. It just looks like whatever that dark black stuff is, it's wanting to kind of look toned here. We'll keep on moving, and we have a ton of coins here, so 1952p. It's got a fingerprint. You know, 1952p, you really have to, it's a good coin if it's MS66. And it's the funny thing too, there's a lot of dates that are worth, you know, a bit of money, but they really have to get up to a certain grade. Like, I feel like the best this one could shoot for if it hasn't been cleaned is probably about MS63 red brown. I mean, there's definitely not full red. It has a lot of nice luster on it, but not full red. And there's quite a few little marks and dings. Like whatever happened to the bottom of that end there, it just kind of drags off to the side. Well, we got some tone, 1946p, showing some nice toning, a lot of green and pink and yellow. See if I can get it to feel like it might be the most. We haven't seen the reverse yet. But I'd say most of the toning is in the left field, and then there does seem like there is some toning. Well, maybe there's more than that. It looks like we have some on the reverse as well. It's kind of a green silver color, very odd color. Nice lines on the wheat ear here though, so that shows that there is some original coin there. I think that's my favorite coin of the night so far. Here we have a 1955p. And a lot of these ones that just are kind of better condition, I really did just pull them because they had a lot of red on them. And the coins, you know, I was used to buying coins for 3 to 5 cents a piece, basically. Like sometimes I would splurge a little bit more, but my business at that time was literally, you know, buying 5,000 count bags. I'd go through about 5 a weekend, sort them all by date and mint. Hello DC Piano, welcome. And I would sort them by mint, and I would sell off I'd basically roll everything up into solid date rolls, and anything that I had more than X rolls of, I would just sell off as rolls, and then I would basically fill up my rolls for selling singles out of. And so if there were singles that I sold a lot of that I didn't have rolls of, I'd buy rolls, and so I'd pay more. How are you doing tonight, DC Piano? Welcome to the stream. So this looks like a 1955 P, possibly a poor man's. You definitely see a little bit of a 5, you know, the shadow of a 5 kind of going. It's just die deterioration. It's basically the outer device is getting pushed towards the rim of the coin. And so if we zoom in, usually when you zoom in to take a look at it, it just kind of fades away. But this one looks strong enough, we can probably see it. It's like you can basically, yeah, see how it just kind of fades away, but you can kind of see the impression to the east of the hump and then below. But if that was a double die, it would actually be raised up the same height basically as the other 5. And since there is another double die that's possible, we're just gonna double check up here. And I don't know if you can have that double die with a poorer man, but it seems like it's possible. I think the one that I'm thinking of, it's got a pretty good spread on it. And so this is probably just die deterioration as well. Like you can see there's like lines to the sides of the T there. Yeah, look how far, like the T is just getting squished all the way to the rim basically. Thank you, DC Piano. I saw some of your comments today. I saw some of your pianos today. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I listed a lot of nice coins today. I won a pretty large collection of Proof 67 Lincoln Wheat Cents today. I was pretty excited about it, and they came in the mail, so I was even more excited about that. Almost kind of looked like there was a die crack on the wheat ear there, but it looks like I've lost it. Is this the same one as before? Yeah, this is. I put it off to the side in case anyone asked if we found anything cool yet. Just that one. We found one nicely toned one. So here's a, I feel like this is safe to say this is a mint state 1958D. It's pretty low grade. Like my guess is this would probably be at best like a 64 red brown. While it looks bright and happy and it doesn't have any damage to it, there's definitely spots that are not red. And so I don't think that this one is worth any money. Maybe a buck. But 1958Ds are actually selling for MS66. They're actually selling pretty good right now. The entire time I've been watching the market, 1954Ss and 1958Ds, you can have them in MS66 and nobody wants one because everyone already has one. But they're actually selling really well. People are actually collecting and hoarding them. Same with 45Ss and 57Ds. I've actually started buying them again. I thought I had a lifetime supply and people were buying me out. So I had to buy more. 1942S, we've got a little bit of paint on this one. This one probably hung out in someone's art drawer. And nice lines on it. You know, other than the paint on there, you know, if only 1942S was, you know, worth something in very fine condition. But who knows? After all these MS coins get bought out, maybe the AU ones and the problem ones and stuff will start to be worth something. I think I gotta turn this light off again. We'll just have to wait and see. And so somebody did give me a roll as well. That's what the tube roll is. I bought a large collection off of them, and they said like, hey, I found this going through stuff. Maybe you can search it and find something. And so at some point, if you guys would like to see something different, it says 1950 to 58, so we might just be seeing the same coins. But the collection did have quite a few toned coins in it, and so it's possible. It sounded like the person I bought it from, their brother died, and so they're selling their brother's collection. And so I bought 2 collections off of them off of eBay, and they sent me this one this time. And so I don't know if they know what's in it. I don't know what's in it. But it's kind of interesting or mysterious. And so I thought I'd go through it, and then if I find anything, I can let them know, like, hey, here's what you sent. And I don't know how into coins they are, but they seem nice to deal with. So a little bit better looking 1954D. My guess is it's probably like a MS63, MS64. I don't see anything too wrong with it. I don't think it's been cleaned. Hey Jason, Kukras, welcome. Today was given on September 1st, 19 of the year, apparently a mint marriage. Welcome to the stream. We'll see what we got here next. 1952D. Gonna have to wonder if I move this out. Still glares. I think that maybe some sort of environmental damage, or maybe it's been cleaned, or just something's wrong with it. Something's definitely wrong with the surface. Not a winner. Next coin, 1956P. A couple spots on it, but the fields look pretty nice. You know, in a couple of years, maybe some of these 63s and 64s will gain in value. 1956 and MS66, I think, is about 50 bucks. Maybe it's 60, about 50 to 60 bucks. This is not there. This is probably like a 63, 64. I tried to lowball it though. I don't want to give people the thought that they're better than they are. 57D or 57P. Maybe a little bit of toning here. Possibly the fields have been cleaned. If you look at where the date, maybe it's just circulation, but it just kind of abruptly stops. And while this one has mint luster, my guess is that it's wear that is causing the toning. I would say this one's probably like AU 55, 58. It's like on Lincoln's cheek, you can see kind of a lighter color, and kind of on the jaw, his jawline, you can see a little bit, and on some of the raised parts of the coat, you can see just little bits of lighter spots. his ear too. Kind of gives indication that there is wear, so it's no longer uncirculated, it's almost uncirculated. AU. And this one looks like it has been cleaned. I don't think I have any USSR coins yet. I may have a couple raw ones from like a childhood collection. I've almost bought a couple of them, but not yet. My world coin collection is still pretty. I think I have about 20 slabbed coins. I've been trying to buy kind of older ones, trying to go like about 1800s. But I've been having fun exploring the whole world of world coins. There's a lot of coins out there. I just decided to like try to go older and work my way forward. So most of the stuff I have is not even the USSR, wasn't even quite around, or at least in that name. So this has great details. I see fingerprints on it. Something about the luster doesn't quite seem right. It's possible that it's original and just the fingerprints. Yeah, I'd say it's possible this one's original. If it was cleaned, it was cleaned pretty lightly. Excuse me. Try not to cough into the microphone. I know it's no fun for you guys. Hey Joseph, welcome. Pardon the glare. We are attempting to go through coins I put away like 15-20 years ago here. There's a lot of clean coins in here, a lot of damaged coins. There should be some winners, but I can't guarantee it. There should be some better dates in here, there should be some better looking coins, but from my experience from coins I put away 15-20 years ago, I had a lot to learn. I don't have an OfferUp account. Explain actually what an OfferUp account is, my friend, because I'm not even sure if I know what it is. You have some old 500 rubles? Nice. I think probably Austria coins are probably like the closest thing I have to it. Something doesn't quite look right about the luster on this one. And so it looks like there's a filled B on the B, but that's just die wear. I feel like some people do collect the filled Bs there. 1951p. I sold a 1951p that looked about like this today. I got actually the person that I got the roll from, there were MS66s in the batch, but then there was just MS64, 64 red brown, 64 brown. The collection was really all over the place. And I didn't think that it was all the low grade ones sold, all the browns sold. It was kind of funny. Oh, OfferUp. That does sound familiar now. It's like, I don't have an OfferUp account. What was that thing that was that called OfferUp? I did have something else that was like part of eBay, but then it like spun off. And I can't remember what it was called. I feel like this one has like a filled 5. I actually got some MS66 ones that looked like this the other day. I think they connected all the way to the mint mark. Kind of almost looked like a RPM there for a minute. Can't quite see through. Yeah, that's some serious filled. Let's check Liberty. It's probably got something going on with it too. they merged. Yeah, what was it called? Offer Up or Payless, or they had something. I used to have something a long time ago. I forgot that even existed. And so those are interesting. Some people collect them, but it's really kind of random. 1928p. Looks like it's been cleaned and pretty well worn. Yeah, I feel like just putting it down is the easiest way to keep focused. Let go. Half off. I can't remember what it was called. This is when I have toning on it. Why did I put it away? It looks super smooth. Then the other side looks nice. Like not red anymore. Almost looks like it has a greenish color in the center. I think I almost purchased some USSR coins yesterday, but then I was bidding on some large collections, and I think I paid more than I was meaning to, but I won a ton of big collections, and then I just kind of decided, all right, I'm not buying world coins tonight. I will look tomorrow after I've paid all this. And now I've paid off everything and I can go and look at world coins again. But it's possible I could have said yes if I had lost on those auctions. Definitely cleaned. It's like all those thousands of little marks. I mean, it's also just been dinged around probably here. So I'll do another small handful here, and then I'm curious with this roll. I have not looked at something that I've never looked at before. Looks like this one's got kind of, I feel like this has been cleaned, but then there's also kind of this like silvery patina around the edges, which I don't know what it's from, if that's some of the original luster and it's just trying to shine through again. But it's like, if you look at, you can see kind of where it's been cleaned and where it hasn't been cleaned. Yeah, somewhere I have a very small currency collection. Extremely small. Like, I think it only fills up as much, like kind of maybe they still give them out at the bank. I haven't gotten cash out of a bank in a lifetime, but they used to give you cash in like a little envelope. And my currency collection could fit in one of those. Not so big. Someday maybe I will add some more currency. 1929S, not good enough to worry about here. 57p. It's got a booger on the bottom rim. This one comes with a piece of string. $1953D over mint mark, or just a mint mark. 1919S, and it looks like it's got some sort of damage on it, possibly from a larger coin, just right above the date. And it almost kind of looks woodified on the reverse. I don't know, does anyone know, is this from cleaning? Or is this kind of like a wood grain pattern? I mean, it kind of looks wood grained. It just, at the same time, it looks very kind of pale yellow, bleached out. A terrible cleaning job if it was a cleaning job. Nice. Where is the errant mint mark? Does that mean that it's somewhere it's not supposed to be on a Philadelphia? Or maybe, no? You said 53D before. I'm lost. Looks like this one has, I don't think that's paper. I feel like that's a hole and it's been plugged. That's no good. Hard to tell in video. $1958p. I'm thinking maybe after we go through these next couple, we open up this roll and we see if what's in the roll is better than what we got here. This one looks like it's got a little bit of toneness to it, but at the same time I feel like it's been cleaned. Like the wheat ears had wear on them. It's like I imagine I could probably these days just be able to look at the coins without being under here and just be like, nope, 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 nope. Check the 58p for a double die. I didn't see anything on the 58p. This one I think has toothpaste on it. And this one, 37S. And I should maybe put these in a pile as well, so if you guys are wanting to double check anything. So this is the roll here that I got. It looks like, I believe it's just like 2/3 of a roll. And by the tape here, it does not look like it is ancient. I don't know if these were packed up just before they were sent out or what. But there's probably at least 5,000 more of the bagged ones in here. But I'm just curious. I got this earlier today when I opened the box. Paper towel tube here. Looks pretty new. And it looks like this is a nickel tube here. So yeah, I would say about half. My guess here is that these are going to be probably AU. And I'm just curious. I think we can turn on the brighter light. Then it might actually be a little bit easier here. And I think I'll check out the mint mark on this one. I think if I use the other side. Sorry, I always used to use this thing. It's like my camera tripod. But it was useful. I don't know off my head. Is the 1958p, that one's worth more than like the 1955 double die, right? Hasn't only one of those been found? I think that's the one, if that's the one you're talking about. There's two for 52D. I was just kind of like seeing, I think it's just a little bit of I'm not sure what happened to the L there. Oh, three of them? Yeah, I didn't even know the 58P existed until like a month ago. I think it was at the end of Wexler's when I was reading Wexler's. So there's coin number one. $58D. It might just be easier to do it like this. None of these coins, oh, the next one actually looks really red. 336,000, nice. That's a pretty penny. So many things to check for. So this one I'm going to regret touching with my raw hands, I think, but who knows what the date is. It's probably a 57 or 58. $57D. I think that's what we started the show with. I don't think it's been clean. The condition of this one actually, you think you have one? Test it, send it in. Does it look like the other known example? You got four BU Fed wrapped rolls and believe you have one. You're going to? Awesome. Well, you really should. What did you say the other was? MS64? So you would probably have, if it's in a roll, a BU roll, you'd probably have a good chance at a 63 or 64. Well, if it has all the, I'd send it in an express. I mean, because as well, if it's in like a BU Fed wrapped roll, that probably, helps, less worry that someone didn't just like make it and stick it in there for fun. Wouldn't that be awful? It's kind of like when I was going through the different bags looking for, it's like I probably searched about 5,000 count bags and never found a key date in any of them. But I did find lots of fake key dates, and so it definitely made me wonder. Do you think yours is a higher grade? Well, right now the way the market's going is definitely the time. I feel like there's records being broken, and finest known examples. There's definitely, it seems like there's a lot of people pouring money into stuff. So you picked a good time to find one. $50.60. That would be pretty awesome, Joseph. I almost want to say unbelievable, but I believe you. I feel like a lot of people on here find like really cool stuff. I feel like my lamination Pinocchio error is like my favorite coin that I've ever found. But probably will never land me anything like that. I don't have a account with the great. Well, I do have a PCGS account, but I don't have a paid membership at the moment. That's gonna change here pretty soon. I'm definitely gonna start doing some bulk submissions. What year was this? 57? I like the reverse on it, even though it's kind of a red brown. There's a couple marks. I just need to see it on the right light. Yeah, great collections would probably be an option. I just started bidding there a lot more. I didn't even realize I had an account, and then someone reminded me, and I went to sign up, and I was like, oh, I already have an account here. But yeah, I went kind of crazy there last weekend. I bought like $1,200 worth of stuff, and got some really nice coins. Here, I've got a couple of them here if you guys want to take a break from these for a second. Yeah, that definitely would be life-changing. So this one here, 1958 proof 68 red. I don't want to knock over this pile. Hold on. Let the light adjust here. But these are some of my favorite coins here. I feel like there's like a little pixel out on it. So I got this happy one here. I think that this is like I can't remember what the population is, but I'm pretty happy about that one. I don't think we found any good errors yet. This one is a 1954 proof 68 red. Obviously, I'm even happier about this one here. This one's got like a deep red, like it's a coppery red, but it's like really dark copper red color on it. And the reverse is much more of a normal bright red color. That other one, the 58, I got a steal on. I think I got it for like $100. I paid like 2.5 times that for the last one that I bought. Nobody else bid against me last weekend. I got 16 1958 proof 67s. I got 5 57 proof 67s, and right after I bought the 58 67s, the price went from $35 to $55. But I mean, they sell for more than that anyway, so the price didn't matter that it went up. So this one's a 52 proof 67. I think I might have paid more. Oh yeah. But yeah, no, these are coins that I try to find. I paid about $100 for the 58, and I paid about $300 for the 54. Like, I never get them this cheap. I was psyched. didn't think I'd win them. Oh well, I actually got a pretty good deal, I think, on the 52. I think I only paid like 120 for it. That was not that bad. Just happened to have my invoice there, so otherwise I don't think I would have quite remembered. This one almost looks like it has the clearest fields of them all. Normally the 50s that I get are not this clear and not just like a straight red. And then, oh, that's the 60. But yeah, like I got 16 of these. I think the population is only like 550 or something. And I think I have like maybe like 40 or 50 of them now. I think I have almost a tenth of the population. Basically, like the 67s and the 68s, those are my favorite things to collect. And then once I collect all the ones on the market, then I have, I don't know, like 5,000 mint cellos that I'm gonna get graded. But the way the market's going, I think I'm probably gonna wait until I get bought out of everything that I have. And then I will get all mine graded, because probably if I throw a couple, thousand more into the populations, it's probably gonna, and I actually succeed in getting some 67s and 68s and whatnot, I think it'll probably drive the price on the population down. So I might wait until I've sold the ones that I have before I send in some to get graded. But at the same time, if someone else sends in theirs and the price goes down, I feel like it only really affects the top pop. Like if you get stuff graded as a 66, if you get 10 66s, it's really not going to drop it. But when there's only like 10 or 20 of something, that's when it really starts to hurt. It's like, or if like you have a 67 and it's the highest grade, and then someone gets a 68, all of a sudden your 67s, like they get halved. So I try not to go top pop, even though those are the coins that could conceivably become worth millions. You just never know what people are holding on to. You don't know what's out there. And it's like prices on the top stuff, they can go way, way, way up, and they can go way, way, way down. And so this looks like it's looking like it's true to what the tube said. It looks like it's 1950 through 1958. Almost looks like someone's initials there. And so I'll make videos of those other coins. I pretty much listed everything else today, but I didn't quite finish, and so I thought I would save those for tomorrow, just because I spammed out like 50-60 videos today, and I figured they'd just get lost in the shuffle. But going through the raw ones here, like this is so much easier than the bags. So we got to look at clean coins, damaged coins. These ones I would say are better condition than most of the ones that I put away years ago. It's kind of hilarious. But I'm assuming this person was probably putting them away for a while too. And so I guess that's why I'll take the moment. Everybody read the book before you buy a million coins like I did. It definitely will save you time and money. If I think of all the years I just went through looking for stuff, if I had known what I was looking for and I knew what was not worth keeping, I could have saved myself a lot of time a lot of time. And you can save that same time. And it's funny because I just am finally buying the books and I'm still in the process of reading them all. Not 100% sure what's going on that rim. I want to believe it's a scratch, but we can look a little bit closer just to make sure it's a scratch. So it kind of looked raised. Maybe a little die crack right there. It's interesting, it almost looks like it's raised up. My printer apologizes. Let's say that's a die crack right there. It's a dirty coin. So that one's kind of an error. What else can we find in here? In the graded coins that I got from this person, there were a couple nice toned coins. So I was pretty excited about that. And there was, I think it was just die chips on a couple coins. This one actually reminds me of the toning on a couple of the other ones. This one would go kind of nice with the other ones. I think they were like 64 brown, but that one doesn't quite look as nice. 58p. So Joseph, you should definitely send that in to get graded. Send it to Great Collections. Their website seems to be doing quite well. I was mainly just eBay here for like forever. I just I would, you know, see other places, but the prices there would just never quite be. It would either be all the same stuff on eBay. You know, definitely some of the bigger auctions houses have you know, a nice variety, but at the same time you need, like, I couldn't ever really win the coins I really wanted at the bigger auction houses because other people kind of had deep pockets. It almost seems like some of the times it's a little bit more advanced. But it's kind of fun getting to see different auctions and how they work. And some of them, you know, like it seems like some days nobody's on eBay and I wonder why. And oh, there's a huge auction going on this website instead. And so it is good to know about the different websites and the different auctions that go on different places. 1950s with possibly like an ink spot on Lincoln. $1956p. But my goodness, this coin crazy market's reduced me to looking through raw coins again. But I'm just joking, but I feel like I've barely even commented about what's going on in the market. I know I have kind of in every stream here in the past month, but it's basically everything is going for full price or more, anything Lincoln related. This one's got some, doesn't quite show up here I think because the light is on it, but the fields are pretty bright pink on this. And Lincoln's coat is kind of like a blue color. maybe if I turn this off. Well, it doesn't quite show up. I'm afraid I'll lose the penny if I go too much of an angle. But the coat kind of looks like a blue color, and the fields are really bright on this. I don't know why I can't. Maybe we can try it with this light again. But I'd say this one has an attractive tone on it, and the reverse looks, yeah, there's some fun on this. Doesn't show up super well here. I'd say this one is more worthy of having a bag than most of the ones that I found here. I don't have any little bags. All my bags are big. Actually, I do have a ton of bags somewhere, but I think this coin is gonna not bump around with anything else. We're gonna keep it bump free. I mean, it's like coins like that are tricky because that one on the way I was looking at it, it had some very attractive tone on it, but it's probably, you know, like it's a brown coin and it's probably like a 64 or something. So it's like something like that. I might, if it has just the right colors, I might be able to sell it for 30. But then I've got to get it graded as well. I mean, maybe I'm doing things wrong. Maybe someone wants to buy it ungraded. But some of those coins, once they've been graded, can really fetch a pretty penny. I would say that one probably had the most possibility. This one's got a little bit of pink in the field, but it's just, you know, there's a mark above the date, mark on his eye, mark on his eyelid, mark in front of his toupee. And the light I have on here, it's probably not showing the truest color. This one, now this is just the hot light, which is supposed to do things. So the other one was just nice because if there was things wrong with it, you can see it pretty quickly. But it definitely bleaches out the coin. The rim on this one looks a little bit flat. Let's turn the light back on. $58D. What's going on with this one? It's like, I want to say dye deterioration, but it's kind of like there's no rim. There's a rim on I don't believe the plancha is thinner. What's the reverse look like? Yeah, it's interesting. Like the rim is flattened, but it doesn't seem like it's crushed. Slightly beveled. What's it, like a broad collar strike or something? I feel like normally you can see like an an extra strike, maybe a weak color strike. But kind of interesting. I mean, it might just be from dye deterioration as well. What do you guys think? If no one answers right now, leave a comment in the comment section. So that was all the coins there from that roll. That one had pretty nice toning to it. So try to put these back, seal them up. I guess I could have put that the toned one on top. So maybe we can take some more out here. So if anyone else is watching in the future and you guys know what that last one was, leave a comment, educate the rest of us. I mean, it kind of reminded me of a broad color strike, but I almost feel like it's the opposite or something, and it's like a weak color strike. So let's see, we have a pretty worn looking 1916D. Let's see if we can get the light on the hair right again. Maybe it's just because this coin is so worn and dark. Oh. Did I? Maybe I had set it up on here. These little bags are killing me. Like flips, no problem. Rounded bags, they don't seem to photograph super well. Well, this one does have a Liberty error. It's just a mess of stuff junked in between the B and the E. See if I can go a little bit closer. I hit the thing. I hit the thing that I was filming on there. So just a super filled up Liberty error. I think we've probably found like 1,000 of them in my collection now, so wow. Oh, those are all little tiny scratches on the bag, huh? That's crazy. That is a lot of scratches. It's probably from I was just trying to zoom back out to figure out what that's probably from just being in the bag here. So it was a 56D. $1957D. I don't know, maybe I should, for the next video, I feel like the other coins photographed so much better. Maybe I should just take some time and take them all out of these. I remember what a pain it was to put them all in the bags, and it kind of blows my mind that, like, I mean, it's at the same time they are better protected, but for what, you know, 9/10 of these are probably not, the bag is probably worth more than the penny. That's the ridiculous part. but it really does make it hard to see the coin here. I feel like we see more reflection from the bag than we see from the fields of the coin. But I thought it would be fun to do something different anyway. So it's like a coin like this. I feel like somehow they cleaned it in a way that it almost made it like look like a proof, like an old proof coin. And you know, obviously when I put these away, I did not know that there was no 1947 proof. You know, proofs stopped in 1936, I think because of the war effort. And then they didn't start back up until, or I'm sorry, yeah, well, I guess proofs ended in 42, probably for the war effort, because I think they were trying to use less copper and probably just do things differently. They were starting to like make the steel sense. And I think they were looking at ways to not, you know, to save money, they probably had less staff because people were probably going to war. But then they stopped in 1942 and they didn't start again until 1950. And I can't remember why they stopped in, was it 1916, and then they didn't do it again until 1936. And in the 20 years they stopped, they lost the ability to make a decent proof. Definitely cleaned. So I think I'm gonna call it a night. But thanks everybody for being here tonight. Thanks X for being here tonight. Thanks Joseph Gross for being here tonight. Thank you DC Piano for being here tonight. And thank you Jason Kukros for being here tonight. Hope to see you guys all again in the future. Anyone else watching, thank you guys. If anyone knows any of the answers to the questions I was asking in the video, please leave a comment in the comment section. And I might surprise you, maybe do a bonus stream tomorrow night. But thanks everyone for watching. Have wonderful weeks, and I'll see you all in the future.